back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned.
And he breaks into the open. The 10. Touchdown, Gator. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think of it.
They'll try to find a more productive play this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Looking to throw, it's Beck. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. They're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Makes a move. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Now, 4th down.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On the option. Good pick up there. He gets enough for the first down.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field, but the gamble paid off.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Quick release on the RPO. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? Doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Halo.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101.
And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Oh, dude. Everybody on the sidelines is saying, you can't turn the football over there. You got to take care of it. You got to understand, a field goal puts me in the lead late in the game. Big, huge, dumb mistake.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they have surged on top here in the final 2 minutes. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown.
He's going for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Feeling some heat. He's going up top here late in the game. He's got it down the right side. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The aerial assault continues. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They're trying to get to him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
Here in the fourth quarter, they've just got to get into field goal range to give themselves a shot, but they're not going to get there if they can't protect the QB. They've given up back-to-back sacks.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Well, they've done a lot of really nice things on the road in this game so far, and that's why they have the lead. But after that incompletion now, you can sense the momentum now switching back to the home team late in this game.
Looking for space. It's Etienne. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He wants to go deep. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Going up top on 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the officials see something to bring it back? All wideouts, no backs. To the air, it's Lagway. Pocket starts to collapse. Buying some time. He'll pull it down. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Got a lot of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Running game got stuffed on first down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Beck. Trying to get to him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Here's the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. We might have to do this one again. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle, it's Williams.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll run it. Alabama will get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. Snags it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Etienne. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for a man. It's Beck. Fires to the wideout. And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Defensive score.
What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find...
Trying to get behind the defense. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. That's caught. It's Bernard. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Georgia 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Powers through. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Fires to the right. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that pass intercepted. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
Cornerbacks have tough jobs. They got to be fast, obviously. They got to react to all the speed in front of them, all the shifts, all the motions, all the formations.
EST buyers on Streamable.com. Remove the space at WK5 and 5.
Quarterback does a good job bailing, playing that cover 3 technique, then breaking on the football, then going and making a big play.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Georgia going up tempo. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. He's got it. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll pull it down and run. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Scanning the field, it's back. Throws for the tight end. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll throw it on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Back to pass, it's Beck. Takes his shot. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. The give is to Miller. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, what a grab by the defense. At the 45 on his way. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Dogs! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And he tacks on the extra point. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. It just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Beck. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Really nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. It's so easy to step out of bounds there, but he knew where it was, and when he made the catch, he made sure just to get one toe down to secure the TD.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back.
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Alabama quickly back to the line. They want to just keep throwing it. Going for 6. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Georgia. They take the lead with the 6.
Man, you talk about flipping the field in a hurry. Maybe you're thinking run the football, create a little space for my offense. Now, they're taking shots way down the field, 98 yards to the house. What a huge play for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stayed.
Afterburner's coming. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. 2nd interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 28, Alabama 24.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Makes a connection. Slithers into space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Dogs! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got it.
Trying to beat the D deep. And he's thrown another interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. From the gun, running back on the move. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Looking to pass. It's Beck. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They'll run play action. He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Getting some heat. Gets away. Quarterback extends the play. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Into the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
He lobs one high down the left side. And the ball is picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Grabbed over the middle. It's Urasek.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires one high and deep. And here's the fifth interception by this quarterback. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Throwing right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're bringing heat. That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our